that. So she was premeditated.
See, Mike Vick, with little hair or long hair, you still a nigga. But anyway, go ahead, man.
And it's just sickening, man, that these little kids get hurt. Our little kids. By these scary ass white people. Like George Zimmerman. And now you got Elizabeth Faye Cannon. So I just, it's all right to shoot them.
And when did this happen? When did this happen?
This happened over the weekend.
Wow. I mean, like, she's out on a $12,400 bond for attempt murder, basically, right?
Right.
I don't get it, man.
And I mean, you fire shots and you trying to warn the shots.
Georgia is a Confederate state anyway, so I'm not shocked, to be honest. And just let it happen with one eye. Just say it was a female of our kind that shot a white kid. That bond probably be about $1 million or $2 million. Something that they know can't be reached. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So they making it right to shoot black kids. Oh, they ain't grow up to be shit anyway, and they causing havoc, which white kids do all the time.
That's that mindset, man, that's put in people's head before they even get out in life. You get what I'm saying? And if you're around something so much, once you get out there in life, if you ain't strong-minded enough, you ain't gonna figure it out.
Right.
Because you can tell she's very experienced if she thinks that of blacks. I tell. She hasn't made it far to Macon, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably because of fear, because you're probably scared because you know you probably won't survive.
That mean you carrying a gun, checking your tire pressure? What kind of shit is that? I mean, it didn't say anything about she's been assaulted previously. Something happened to her previously that she has to be walking around with a gun or something like that, or court appointed or anything like that. She just felt the need to be walking around with a gun because little kids are throwing rocks.
That's crazy.
Hell,
that's weird.
I'm sitting there.
That's premeditated. I don't care what nobody says. That's premeditated.
Right. I'm sitting there working at a spot on Adams and Kenton, and there's a railroad up there. The little kids are throwing the big ass bricks. I didn't feel the need. Oh man, I'm gonna shoot my gun.
What little kid? Fuck culture. What little kid haven't thrown rocks and bust something just to hear the pleasure of it?
Yeah, I know I have.
Just to hear the crash. I know I have. But nothing deserves for you to be killed over something that's curious to a little kid. Nothing deserves that. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Premeditated. I don't even need to know the fucking story. But just off what you read to me, I'm gonna judge you just like society would judge one of our own if they were stepping in front or if one of them was behind the mic. Right or wrong?
You know, it's always a double
standard. So I'm gonna call her. First of all, I'm gonna call her a nigger because first of all, this nigger showed that she has a very disturbing criminal background and criminal behavior. And who in the hell walks outside, like you say, to check your tire pressure with a gun? If something previously hasn't brewed up before with you and the person you probably shot or the kids you were shooting at, and you were scared.
Right.
Who? I'm being serious.
But her mentality was, man, I'm go out here, and if they out here doing this shit again, I'm gonna pop a few of them. And that's exactly what she did.
Premeditated.
30 yards in the driveway.
That's crazy, man.
Now this kid can't talk and he can't walk on his own.
And she's walking free on a $12,400 bond.
Yes.
For attempt murder for shooting a kid in the head. That's crazy, man. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on to this story, man, that's got my attention. We got a young Arkansas lady. What's her name?
Nicole Wentberry.
Miss Nicole. So Miss Nicole is a 20. You know, I'm gonna put this story up on the website. I'm gonna find a picture of it and everything. What'd you say her name is again?
Nicole Winberry.
Nicole Winberry. Did you see a picture of her?
Yeah, I saw a picture of her.
How she look?
She look bad. I ain't gonna lie about
she
that.
Hot?
She looks kind of, man, you know. And
top,
that's another thing that
is she top heavy?
Well, they didn't get all the way down to that.
Okay, let me stop. I'm just about that's just me being on the other side of the map,
but still in all though, man, you know, I think about that.
Right.
If you butt ugly, you know, and you can't get nobody, then you know you throw little bait to little students and shit like that.
Hey, that's boy, that's some little bait, man. What the hell you talking about? That's a big ass bait right there, man. That's some bait. I wish I had in that doing that time.
I mean, she ain't the first, and I done seen pictures of some of these other teachers, man. Some of these teachers are attractive, and I mean,
yeah,
they just nymphos, man.
Hey, and you know what? It goes back to the phone conversation that we had, you know, over the weekend about this when you had brought it to me. But go ahead, tell the story, man. 26-year-old teacher.
Well, she was having sex with teenage boys in what's that? Oskalala, Arkansas. Now,
what's her name?
Her name. You said her name?
Yeah, what's her name?
Her name is Nicole Winberry.
Okay, we're gonna keep saying her name.
Well, she's 28. She's married for 10 years.
Wow.
5-year-old twin boys.
Wow.
Now, like you say, something's got to be about this because it was brought to the attention to the school, and somebody called a child abuse hotline. And then 3 of the boys came forward and told the story about how she was telling them that she could give them blowjobs and how she wanted to have threesomes in the classroom. I'm thinking in my mind, though, like, what 17 or 18-year-old boy really wants to trick off with, like, hey, man, yeah, she was doing this and that. You know us, hey, I don't know what y'all talking about, man. You know, I want some more.
But you know, at that age, you know, that's like a trophy right there, though, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
well,
like,
I mean, how
but I'm saying that's like a trophy. That's something that you want to go brag to your friends about. You know, your friends get jealous and be like, "Oh, fuck this shit. You ain't finna enjoy this." You know, it could be a number of things, man. You never know.
Well, there's a teacher that wanted to fuck her too, and like, oh, so you giving it to the teenagers? Or you're not giving it to me?
Yeah, it could be that too, man.
I'm gonna call it child abuse hotline. This is not right.
So man, you got this 20. What you say? 28.
Yeah, 28 years old.
She out there getting trains ran on her and giving blowjobs. That is a lesson right there.
Yeah.
What's the name of this school? You got the school name? They ain't get a school name.
It's just the high school out there.
They gonna protect that.
Yeah.
Hey man. So let me ask you this. How would you have reacted if one of your teachers would have came on to you?
Man, it was one Miss Ruffalo that I wish that would have came out. You know what I'm saying?
So what you would have did? How you would have responded? Don't get out your mindset now, man. I'm talking about there. You probably wouldn't have did nothing, man. Be truthful.
I mean, I let her do all the work. You know what I'm saying? You're probably right. You know, I'm talking shit, but you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But she probably, you know, had to guide me in doing everything. You know?
Would you went back and told your buddies?
Oh man, you know that's got to be bragging.
I ain't this. I ain't where he got out there, man. You know how I got out, man. Them boys went back and told. They went and kissed and told, man.
It's just how this shit came about. How child abuse hotline was contacted.
Hey,
I said, wow.
Hey man, like. Listen, Kels, you're not alone. You see, you got a lot of white teachers out there doing the same. It's not funny. But my thing is the category that you put people in and the category that you forget to put people in. You get what I'm saying? That will fuck me up. Like even they was comparing like the whole R. Kelly thing, not to bring this back up, but to Hugh Hefner. Why not mention him? To be honest. Why not say it's the same thing? Just because he's legally and he has a magazine and he's showing it to the rest of the world and they enjoy it, so our guilt is fucked up because we enjoy what this man is doing. Is that the reason why it's acceptable? Because he's blatantly showing that he has certain sick thoughts?
Like I told you about R. Kelly the first. If they were of age and he was just, man, hitting them, hey, they of age and they want to get hit, you know, so I don't fault him for doing that.
Hey, man.
I just don't like the, oh man, you ain't talking to your parents no more. No more outside world or nothing. You stay in here and the madam go feed you and make sure that y'all all right, but no more outside world. That's the only thing that I trip on, you know.
But man, this teacher in Arkansas, man. What subject did she teach?
Math.
And she was just adding up the dicks in her mouth, wasn't she?
But you brought this up before. I mean, the whole mentality of
right, when we was talking on the phone. Yeah, go ahead.
A young woman or something who just barely just got out of college or something like that, still experimental.
You got to figure that you have a kid teaching a kid, basically. Like I say, age ain't number, the number. Mindset is everything. But the way society going now, mindset is second and age is first. Because it's like, okay, I'm 21, I can do whatever I want to do. When certain parts of the world that you were sheltered from and people didn't want to expose you to because they knew you weren't ready for, you're going to cherish them later on down in life. You get what I'm saying? So, me, Smokey D here, he had called me over the weekend. He brought this up and he was like, man, Joe, these teachers, fucking these students and all this other stuff. So I'm like, man, Joe, to be honest, it's ironic. I was just thinking about something like this because I saw a little story with her. But anyway, I was saying, like, here's my theory on it. These teachers, they coming out, graduating out of high school, 17, 18. Some of them because they so smart, well educated, that they graduated at 16, right? They're going off getting these degrees. Now, we live in a fast-paced world where you can even get a degree online in about 6 months that it'll probably take a university to give you in about 3 to 4 years. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got a fast-paced moving society. Is teachers needed everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So now a lot of places are not looking into like the whole credentials and the whole psychic vow or the other teacher. They looking at what school you came from. As long as that school got a good name, it's popular, we'll up to bam, okay, boom. It's different from when we went to school. We had a handful of nice looking teachers, right or wrong.
I mean, I can't remember all of it. I mean, you just brought that up, and I'm thinking as you talking about the old hens that we had.
Seriously.
So
we had people with experience, and that's what the whole conversation went into. And I said, this is where my theory come in at. They think about it in sports ways. Baseball, basketball, they all got like these minor league teams. Baseball got minor league. You got NBA with D League. You get what I'm saying? There should be like the same type of like organization and everything else for teachers that you're going to put out there in the market.
Well, I thought those were teacher aides anyway.
But like I said before, that's the whole part has been the whole psyche valve of experience and everything else. You get what I'm saying? Like, these teachers have had no experience with humans, young human anatomy and how they operate. I mean, like a day-to-day daily experience. Some of them do, some of them don't. I'm not saying all of them do. Some of them do, some of them don't. But we speaking on the trend that's going on right now with teachers, goddammit, fucking these students. Now, when we were talking, I say one problem these teachers might be having is that these students, then when we go back to the whole R. Kelly thing, some of these males too are very overgrown, look grown, muscular, they look grown. And now with the whole free way of information and the way society flowing with free money and everything else and all that other stuff, some of them have found ways to scam and find ways to get money and find like nice little shops to make bootleg shit so they can look rich and older. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. So pussy got wet looking at the jock.
So
I never had a jock before when I was going to school.
In her mindset, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who's of her age that actually can afford it and look like that, they might be inferior to her and she don't know how to approach it and do it. But to a child that's only copying an image, something that they see that older women like, and copying it to a T, she got fooled. You get what I'm saying? I'm just speaking from a Chicago's perspective right now.